Okay, so in this tutorial what we're going to do is look at how to resize images and prepare them for our canvas and our sequence in Premiere Pro, an HD sequence which is 1920 by 1080. So what I want to do is show you my images, and if I look at the file size, I will see that this image is 5,616 pixels wide by 3,744 pixels high, and then we are in the profile of sRGB. So we want to change all this. We want our dimension to be 2880. We're not too concerned with the height because it'll be high enough. It'll usually end up to be 1920, but we want the width to be 2880. Okay, so now we got Photoshop CS6 open. I'm going to go ahead and open up one of my images. And this image is larger than we need it. If I go to image size, I will see that's 516 by 3744. And we want to change this. Now we want to create an action, and what an action will do, and the actions are found under Window, Actions. Okay, so we can see actions underneath here. And what an action will do is allow us to record steps and then create an automation, so that we don't have to do this for all of our images. We don't have to keep opening and resizing them. We can record the actions, create a droplet, and then have that droplet affect all the images in a folder. So if you have several hundred to several thousand, this can save you a lot of time and is a little bit more efficient. So under Window, we find Actions. Here's the action window. I'm going to click on this icon that says Create New Action, and we're going to call it Resize for HD, and we'll click the record. So now that we've created a new action and we have our red record button lit, I could go ahead and do the steps. So first step is go to image size. Now this is the Mac. You may be on a PC. It may look a little different, but the windows or the menus should be the same. So under image size, and what I want to do is resize the width. So I need to, if these are not selected, these three, scale, size, constraint, proportions, resample, image, are not selected, then I can't change those. So what I want to do is make sure those are all selected. Come under pixel dimensions, and in width type 2880. And because we have constraint proportions on and scale styles on, it resets the height to 1920, and this gives us the proper aspect ratio. Then we click OK. Next, we don't need that many pixels per inch, so I'm going to go back to image size, and click on resolution. So under scale styles, I'm now going to uncheck that, uncheck constraint proportions, and uncheck resample image. And by doing that, I could change the resolution without affecting the width and the height. You see those now. There's nothing I could do to change those. So in the resolution, we only need 72 pixels per inch. Then I'll go ahead and say OK. Next, a lot of people shoot their images in sRGB, and I recommend not doing that. But if you've already taken your pictures, your profile will be in sRGB, and what we want to do is change that. So let's go ahead and go up to Edit, Convert to Profile. And what we want to do is change this profile from sRGB, which is our source, to a destination space, and that destination space is Adobe RGB 1998. Okay, so we're going to change this profile from sRGB to Adobe RGB 1998. And we'll leave everything else checked. And we'll say OK. Now, it may be hard for you to notice, but a little bit more of the red came out. Yeah, a little more pop. There's a bit more pop in the color. So we want that. We want that vibrance. We don't want that flat look that sRGB does. We want a little more vibrant in our colors. Okay, and then the next thing to do is click File, Save As. And with File, Save As, we're going to save this image. And we don't want to do a file save because it will overwrite the original image. What we want to do is Save As, and we want to create a new folder. And we could call this Resized Images for HD. Or you just go 2880 images, whatever works for you. I'm going to go ahead and just say this to resized images, great. And then I'm going to click on Save As. Now we could choose to save it as a JPEG or a PNG. Personally, I like to save them. I like to use PNGs in my sequences. So I'm going to go ahead and change that to PNG. You could save as a JPEG, but I'll save PNG. And then I'll click Save. And it gives me a couple options. Do I want this none, fast, or small, slow? And I want no compression, and interlace says none. Let me say OK. Then we'll go ahead and close this, and then now I'm going to stop my action with the stop button. Okay, that's it for creating an action.